What is up, everyone? Uh, Back here finally again with another video. Well, hope y'all doing well, all Barcelona fans and football fans all over. Uh, I just want to start off this video saying a few things. Life is unpredictable. It's always just unsure. You never know what the next day is gonna bring, and how much you really have on this planet, how much time you have, and when is the last time you will speak to somebody or not. It can be at any time, and that's what the mystery of life. It's how also kind of the beauty of it, because it's tough and also sad that we don't know, because at any moment one thing can be and the next thing it's not. One day you're here, one day you're not, or someone is there, and the next day they're gone in some unpredicted way. But also it's also has its way, because it's we live in the moment and we do everything in the moment, because we only do have one life. We only do live once, and we do everything that we can and make sure that we take in everything. And that comes to football as well. We watch these players play all the time. And many of them, they're seen as heroes for some people. Idols even. But in the end, also, they're human too. And they have their families, and they have their aspiration, they have their lives outside of the pitch as well, that they work to build on. So when it comes to loss, it affects everybody. It affects all that. What I'm trying to say is, no matter who you are and where you are and what your work is and what you do, loss affects us all almost in the same type of way. Yes, it can be different amounts and different type of ways, and whoever we do lose, if whether it's a friend or a family member or someone else like that, or someone we look up to, it's different, and everybody takes it in like that different. But at least in the same way, it is different, also the same, in a way that we all experience it, when we all feel it impact us in a strong way. That is certain. And when something like this happens, and when it happens in the football world, it's very, very tragic, and it's a tough thing to take in. And even no matter who you support, what happened now, on Friday, with a tragic passing of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. It's really, it makes you think, it makes you feel in these moments, that makes you think, these big stars on the pitch, or when they all play, you feel like they're always, and they do great, and then something like this happen, you feel how fragile life is, and how mortally, really, how life can really throw a curveball at you. Because this man, he was a great family man and everything. He got married pretty much a little bit more than a week ago or two, and to the love of his life, to his sweetheart, and he also had 3 children. He recently won the Premier League with Liverpool and also the Nations League with Portugal. He was at the top. He was at his prime, near his prime, pretty much in his career, and also his family life too. Everything was just beautiful for him, and same for his brother too. He also got married recently, and it's just, and then all of a sudden this happens, and it's like life gives you something good one moment, but then in the next, it can always just take it away just as quickly, and that's what we all need to know and be, and always every single day cherish what we have and cherish the people around us and tell them that we love them and never leave off a day without, you know, knowing that you have showed those people love and that you have talked to them, that you have are in a good position with them, because you never know when the last time you're gonna speak to them. So I just want to say, I know this is a little bit long intro, but my heart goes out to his family, both their families. Their parents, of course, and of course, Jota's wife and his three small children. Andre Silva's wife too, and everybody that support him, all of Liverpool, all Liverpool fans, of course, and the club, and all his teammates and friends and all that. Rest in peace, Diogo and Andre. Thank you for always giving your all out there on the pitch, and yeah, it's life is fragile, and we have to always remember that, and hopefully we we can move on in a way with all the support that they can get, because this is gonna be so difficult for them. It must be more than anybody else. They are the ones that feel the pain of this the most. So my heart goes out to them, first and foremost, 100%. Yeah. Just wanted to open with that, and it's a bummer way to start something, but that's why I didn't make any videos recently, like the past few days, to let all this sink in. I didn't want to talk about a few things that's been happening. Well, I don't want to go talk about that when something as tragic as this has happened. But now it's been a few days. I think we can just keep going now, and we can remember all the good moments that he had on the pitch, and yeah, let's just see and hope that wherever he is now, he's good and at peace, him and his brother, and hopefully their families can just get through it very well. But anyways, now moving on to something else. 8 minutes of that, that's I'm sorry, but I just had to get that out there to really pay proper tribute to a great player. But news now with Barcelona and the transfer window and everything that's been going on. It's been crazy. It's just been all over the place. Bad behaving snake-like players. Undecided, like, on whether we're gonna sign this or this one or that one, or also whether we are in that one rule or not, and the financial stuff, and it's just a crazy mess. And also that's also one more reason that why I haven't really been posting over the summer so much, because it's just one time is this, another time is that. I just don't want to post things and then have something else come out and just have to make one. I wait out when this whole saga is done, pretty much. When the whole story is done, then I talk about everything. And that's kind of what I want to do, because otherwise it's just way too much stuff. And it just gets all jumbled, all brought together in such a weird mess, and I just don't like that. I don't like it at all. It's just weird. Um, but anyways, first off, last time we left off, like when I left last video was we had signed John Garcia, and we're looking on more now to go and sign a few other players like a winger and all that stuff. Well, technically we have signed one winger, and also one other one really played us and made a fool out of us in a way, and uh, it was really annoying. But I'll get to that in a second. But first, I want to talk about Rooney Budgie. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not entirely sure, but I think so. I'm sorry if I butchered that name, but but it's the young, talented 19-year-old that's been playing in FC Copenhagen so far up to now. Yeah, he's a young Swedish player. not doesn't have Swedish descent, but he's has Swedish citizenship. There, his parents moved there. I remember where they were from originally. I can't remember right now, but but he's from Sweden. Technically, he's from here, from country, and he's a great player. I've seen him in the young national team, like the youth level, so the national teams have been playing good. Also for Copenhagen, a couple years back, he's been doing really well. He's a very talented forward. He's been out with an injury for the last year or so, of course, but before that, he was held a lot for his good quality and his good way of playing up front and the goal scoring and all that kind of stuff. I think he's a really good signing for us, and it's been reported now that he's completed for the first parts of his medical, and the plan is for him to join in our pre-season tour in Asia, with Flick wanting to count on him and have him in the squad. It's gonna cost around 2 million, I believe, 2 million. Oh, to bring him in. Also, he's bringing a lot of promise. He's gonna be a good. It could be a good backup for Lamine Yamal on that side. I'm pretty sure. Really, uh, good talented player. The plan is for him to switch in and out between the B team and the first team, going a little bit back and forth. But they're gonna try to implement him as much as possible in the first team, hopefully. And because he deserves a talent to play like that, deserves to have first team football, to play first team football. It has to be like, especially when it comes to a club like Barcelona. I want to see him play on the main stage pretty much. But that's another signing we've done, and I'm very excited to see more about him and what he can do here. I'll make another separate video later on when he actually all is done and it's been presented and all that kind of stuff. Talk about it more then. But now on to the lesser good stuff. The whole crazy and dumb saga and story with Nico Williams. This guy, he fooled everybody. He fooled everybody. He fooled Liga, he fooled Athletic, he fooled us, he fooled Bayern, he even fooled Athletic Bilbao, right? He even fooled his own team with what he did. It's absolutely mind-boggling how somebody can be this, I'm sorry, but I gotta say it, stupid and idiotic and dumb and just unbelievably just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. It pissed me off so much when he did that. Like, I can accept a player rejecting us and going somewhere else, like choosing another team or something. Fine, sure, I'll be irritated that he didn't choose us and we didn't get him, but I'll get over it. Whatever. Moving on. It's happened before. There's other players. We go on to the next one, right? Whatever. But what he did here this summer, was absolutely the biggest snake move I've ever seen. Like, this is unacceptable. This is absolutely unacceptable. What he was doing right here. It was how he fooled everybody with trying to first say he was the one who approached us first off. He was the one of Barcelona was not going at all for him this summer. We were looking at anybody else. Deco was looking at Luis Diaz and other things like that. He was the one who approached us again after last summer rejecting us. He was the one who came to us this time and also desperately said, like, I want to join. I want to join the club. And he also told everybody, all the Barcelona players in the national team, he told everybody there, I want to join. Lamine Yamal was 100% certain that he was going to join. And he was posting pictures and all that kind of stuff and telling other people that, yeah, Nico was going to join Barcelona. And it all looked like it was going to happen. Yes, of course, the transfer fee, 62 million, a bit up there, but okay, we were all ready to pay it. No problem. We couldn't do it in installments? No worries. We'll pay it right off. We paid that release clause that he has, no worries. And everything else. We're ready to register him as well. We'll get it done. We'll fix it somehow. No problem. And he also said before that he didn't care about any of that. He was trusting us to be registered. But then this Saturday, or I think so, right? It was this Saturday or this Sunday. It was this Saturday. Saturday morning, sometimes Saturday morning or Friday. One of those, a couple days ago. It comes out last damn second. Like he just completely does a 180 and just renews with Athletic Bilbao. He doesn't even inform us anything. He doesn't even inform Athletic Bilbao that he was going to actually agree to renew. No, he just does that last second, just renews 10-year contract until 2035. That's his new contract. It's absolutely unbelievable. And that just shows you then how this guy even thinks about his own career. How serious he is about being a footballer. He really isn't. He really isn't. He only cares about the money. Because the fun thing is, if he wanted to just reject it, didn't want to come and then to us, that's fine. But he didn't even go to Bayern. Bayern was also going for him. No, he doesn't even join them. He just decides to stay at Athletic Bilbao, where he will not win any trophies in the recent future. 100% not. Except maybe if they get lucky, get another Copa del Rey potentially sometime. If either of us, like the three big teams, Barca, Real and Atletico, slip up somehow, maybe they will get lucky to win one of those once again. But that's it. They're not getting anywhere near a league title. Like, I don't understand how somebody can just decide to stay at a club like that. Like, okay, if this was a big club he was already at and he then decides to renew. A club that was also renowned for going out there, playing Champions League football every season and doing crazy stuff, like, and also always fighting for the title and something like that. But no, it's Athletic Bilbao. No disrespect, but like, come on. And he does this, like, instead of at least saying it from the start. No, he just used us to get a higher pay over there. Even they were surprised. They were all ready to say, okay, yeah, he's gonna go. But no, he just fucking decides to stay. And 10 years, yeah, okay. And he goes out and posts a video saying, you have to follow your heart. And like, this is my home and all that kind of stuff. What does that even... What kind of home are you living in where people, they're supposed to be your family and like, and your fans go out and destroy your mural, right? Mess up your mural, mess up your car window, as some reports even said. Like, what kind of home is that? Why would you even want to stay at a place like that? If the fans are treating you like that, it's just mind-boggling, really. I don't understand how somebody can just do this. That's the worst part. Like, the way that I would have accepted, I wouldn't even cared if he just chose to stay out. Normally, if he didn't say anything, or if he just rejected us and went to Bayern or something, I was like, whatever, let him go, whatever. It doesn't matter. No, but this is a spit in the face of not just Barcelona, but even his own club, even the sport in general. For all the other people actually do want to aspire to go to bigger teams, to play proper football, play in the big tournaments. This is a spit in the face to all those people, all those players who actually do care about their careers and want to evolve. But no, this guy wants to go and fiddle around with his brother at Athletic Bilbao. No, he wants to stay there with him, with Iñaki, and just not win anything. Yeah, okay. Sure, stay there then. Because if you don't have any aspirations in your career, that's you staying in a club like that, okay, whatever. I don't get it. I've seen some players before later on care about money, going to like PSG or something. But at least now PSG are Champions League winners. What on earth does he see that he's gonna do in Athletic Bilbao? I get he stayed last season. Okay, he stayed one more season. He wanted to fulfill trial maybe in the Europa League, because they were playing in the final was gonna be in Bilbao. They didn't manage. They got slapped up by Man United of all damn teams. So yeah, that's just show the quality they have. And now he decides to stay there, and not just like renew a contract for like a couple of years or something, and just for a little bit stay and then go. No, he does a 10-year contract, and that's all for them. Then that shows you, that's the proof right there. He never wanted to join us. He just cared about the money. He wanted more money from Athletic Bilbao, and that's all. That's what this new contract has done for him. Give him more money. Nothing else. That's all that it is. And it's so stupid. It's so stupid, and it's so dumb, and it makes no sense. But it is what's happened, and we have to move on now. Let him stay there. Let him do whatever he wants. He's not a serious player. We're never going to be talking about him again. Never going to be going for him again. That whole saga is done forever. He has decided his fate in his career. He has decided his path. You know, it's not often you have a chance to come to Barcelona. Let alone 2 chances, like 2 in a row. 2 summers in a row. Not many people do get that. Especially not like players from smaller teams like that. But he had that. He could have asked. He just normally could have come here, and we would have accepted it. We were going for it. If he actually was serious, he could have come here, played with his best friend Lamine Yamal, played with other players he had played with in the national team, get a decent pay, still go out there, play in the Champions League with Barcelona, man, compete for the league title, compete for all the trophies. Right? Have a great career. He doesn't have to stay here forever, but at least a few years he could have been in Barcelona and done some decent stuff. But no, he just wants to stay over there and like twirl his thumbs with his brother. Yeah, okay, whatever. That's all I'm gonna say. I really don't want to talk about Nico Williams anymore. I really don't care about him anymore. He's not a serious player. I really don't give a crap anymore about him. Players like that, they don't deserve any attention anymore. When they behave like this, those are not respectable players. Those are not real, proper players. Those are the people who only care about money. And yeah, hope he gets all the money he can get over there. But anyways, moving on. and we have other targets we can go for. And it's been reported now by even by Fabrizio Romano and everybody as well that we have started talks again or are trying to potentially go in with for Marcus Rashford. And Rashford, we know that he definitely does want to come. This is not a snaky move. He wants to. First off, he wants to leave United. He feels like he's been disrespected over there and doesn't have a place there. So Amorim is definitely not going to have him in his plans. I don't think so. He definitely wants to get out of there, and he has been saying that he really wants to join Barcelona. It's a dream of his. He wants to play for the club. He wants to come to us, and I think we should go for it. Whether that's a loan deal with the option to buy or directly a purchase, I don't know. But whichever way, we should go for him. Despite us, if we go for any other winger as well, he doesn't have to play on the wing. He can be a good backup for Lewandowski this coming season. Right? He can be a good backup up there, and I think that we need someone like that. We do need yes, we do have Ferran Torres, of course, and we do have Olmo can also play there a little bit, but I think we need somebody else too, somebody a little bit more fresher as well, who can come in and has that drive to really show up and do something. I think Marcus Rashford has a lot of talent. I think he's a good player. And I think he would, under Flick, I think he can shine. And I hope we do go for him. He would be a good asset for us, for sure. And then we go on for, if we do actually sign a big winger this summer, there's been open up talks now, again, for someone Deco was going for at the start of the summer, is Luis Diaz. It's been reported now that Luis Diaz has said yes to FC Barcelona without any registration demands or clauses. By F. Paul has been reported that, and it's said that he wants to come. He's also eager to come. But these rumors, I don't know if I want to believe them or not. It's just, I don't want us to go for Luis Diaz. Not that I don't think he's a good player. I'm sure that he is, but his release clause and everything is just way too high. And negotiating with Liverpool right now seems almost impossible, judging by what has happened recently, the tragic stuff that has happened. I don't think they would want to let go of a player up front like that now. So I think it's just that's a lost cause. We should not be wasting our time trying to go for someone like Luis Diaz now. It's just dumb because we're gonna end up paying way too much then and then if we even go get him. Even if it is true that he doesn't have any demands or anything like that, it's still not a whole guarantee with him. It's just whatever happens, if we can even get him for a good price. Which the price right now, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think at least up to like, what was it, 70, 80, 90 million or something. And it's way too much for someone like him. I think it was 80 to 90 million or something. And now I think there's other players that we could go for. There's definitely other players out there. Someone like Rafael Leao, for example. Another player that could work really well. And there's been some reports that said that AC Milan could be accepting to give him up for around 70 million plus variables. Around 70 million plus variables. So I think that would be a decent price for Leao. I think we could go for that. Because we're ready to almost put out 62 million for Nico Williams. I think Rafael for 70 would not be that much of a worse deal really for us. Um, Especially better than Luis Diaz, I believe. I've always wanted to see Rafael at Barcelona, so I hope that we can do that. I hope we can bring him in instead of Luis Diaz, because it's I don't know. I'm not feeling right with this one. I think we'll just be wasting our time trying to negotiate for someone like that at this moment. It's not worth it at all. Go for Rashford and then go for Leao potentially. Um, that's all I'm gonna say. And then of course we have some links about the finally in the back as well for our for the defense. We do need some new stuff, some new players for the defense as well. Could be good. And we've been rumored with trying to go for Dumfries from Inter. That's been one that's been rumored that we want to go for. Could be good. I'm not entirely sure, but if it could be a decent transfer if that is even real. I don't know. But another one from before we've heard about Vanderson from Monaco, um, Grimaldo as well from Bayer Leverkusen, and a few others like that. It's been a few rumors one, but nothing really concrete yet within the defensive part. I think we'll probably get back to that fully after we have been finished up the signings for the front for the forwards, and then we'll shift focus to the defense again. Um, but so far, two signed players. A few players have left, of course, as well. Sofati has gone to Monaco. Speaking of Monaco, Pablo, I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was Pablo Torre. I'm sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he was Pablo Torre that's gone to Monaco, I believe. Not Monaco, Mallorca. I think it was him who went to Mallorca. It's one of those youngsters at least that we had. Has gone to Mallorca, and Iñaki Peña is looking for a way out. Of course, nothing yet fully there. Um, of course, with the financial stuff, we've finally been able to pay off all the things that we were owed back in 2020 to many different players, of course, like Messi, Umtiti, and many others. Like that's all been fully done with and paid with. Um, so Laporta is trying to fix up this situation, this economical situation. Of course, La Liga is just messing around always, as usual. Um, and the other clubs too are trying to mess with us too. Athletic Bilbao was one of them. So on that Nico thing, Nico saga. It was just all about them also going in and talking to the La Liga, but trying to investigate something. I don't know. It was so just weird, and of course the one rule. Hopefully that will be settled soon as well. We have a fine from UEFA for some reason. I just don't understand it. We haven't done it. We haven't breached anything, and it's just somehow we have a fine of like 15 million to pay this summer. It's just I it's all messy. It's just all just weird and so dumb. But anyways, those are most of the news right now. There's nothing that much else to report on. Uh, it's just uh, it was crazy. It's been a crazy month now, and a lot of things. But uh, at least we have signed a goalkeeper that was very important stuff. John Garcia, it's been presented and all that. I think that's a very good important sign that have been made and been brought in. And whatever happens with everybody else and all the other signings, we'll see. But there's a long time left in the transfer window, so we'll see what happens next. But for now, that's all the news I have. Thank you for watching. I know this was a long one, but I had to catch up with everything. Hopefully the next one won't be as long. I'll wait a little bit. I'll probably come sometime next weekend, I believe. I'll probably do another video. And maybe one as well directly after that and the week after. And before I go on vacation, I will see if during those weeks when I'm on vacation, if I do any updates or not. We'll see. Maybe if I have any Wi-Fi to post or any time to really record, we'll see. But otherwise, I'll catch up on everything when I get back. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this one. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. If you did, leave a like down below and also subscribe if you haven't done it already. And ring the notification bell to get notified next time a video comes up. And yeah, a lot of stuff, tragic stuff, and also a lot of messy stuff. And speaking of that as well, Inter Miami also got eliminated from me. But I haven't even spoken on the Club World Cup, and I don't really feel like doing it. I'll make a whole separate video on that. But all y'all gotta know, I'm not happy with that tournament. Get well soon to Musiala though. Yeah, that he broke his that injury he got yesterday against PSG. Oh, that is tough. That's why I don't like these tournaments. It shouldn't happen before a season. Shouldn't really happen. But anyways, that's gonna do it. Rest in peace once again to Diogo Jota and Andre Silva. Hope you guys have a good one and take care of yourself and say I love you to your loved ones. You never know what can happen. See you guys in the next one. Peace.